Hello and welcome to my kitchen. I'd like to thank everybody for liking my last video, Pandemic Chicken. It went quite viral, even more viral than COVID-19. Today we're going to be making a pasta dish. I'm going to name it Pandemic Pasta. We're going to be using some Paccheri pasta, which is almost like it's a big, big rigatoni. It's an organic pasta, durum wheat, which they actually grow in Arizona. It's a $131 million crop in Arizona. And I actually believe that some of the wheat is actually shipped to Italy to make pasta, much like the one we're using this evening. We're going to be doing kind of a broccoli, or a cauliflower and sausage pasta, which the sauce is simply Parmesan cheese, Romano, pasta water, and then it also has Scipione. How do you pronounce that? Would somebody help me? Scipione.
It's not
Scipione. Who has it? Come on.
The onions?
Yeah,
Cipollini.
you first.
Ciappini? Are you thinking Ciappini?
Courtney, you first.
Nope, I'm not playing.
Well, anyway, that as well. The broccoli and the onions are going to be roasted on a sheet pan with olive oil, a little salt, and I like a little red pepper on that as well. So you'll roast those. We'll go over that a little later. There'll be an olive oil, and then we'll deglaze the pan with a little white wine, salt and pepper. So these are the ingredients that you need to get ready. And we'll be seeing you in just a little bit as we put the cauliflower, florets. You want to kind of cut small, you don't want a bunch of stem. You never want a bunch of stem. And the onions together in the oven, 350 degrees. You're gonna bake probably, I don't know, we'll tell you when they're done. Thanks. Welcome back, everybody. We've taken our onions and we have peeled the dry exterior off, and then we've cut them in half. And we've also taken the cauliflower and we just have the florets. What we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of our olive oil. We're going to, nice little coating there, little sea salt, little black pepper, and a pinch of crushed red pepper flakes. If you have the ability to take these and put them in a little, and grind them down to where they're not such big flakes, I like them better that way. So they're just real small. So we do that, and we're gonna just, believe me, I washed my hands. I don't have COVID-19 infected hands here. Get everything very well coated. Need a little more olive oil, need a little more salt. I have the oven preheated to 350, 375, right in that range. And I'm gonna grab my cookie sheet, which is covered in foil. And this is a little secret. Most people would just dump all this on here. You don't wanna do that. You want to take each one of the onions and you want to do flat side down. Each one of the pieces of cauliflower, you want the floret down. You don't want them just laying on their side. That way it gets a little crispy on there. So these are going to go in the oven. I'm thinking it's going to be 30 to 45 minutes, but we'll report back once we get them in. Get ready. Welcome back, everyone, to Pandemic Pasta. The next thing we're going to do, since we have our cauliflower and we have our onions in the oven, they're roasting, they smell great, we're going to prepare our sausage. My producer / videographer has suggested that we go to the sausage can. So here we have 3 Italian sausages, Whole Foods, organic, really nice sausages. What we're going to do is we're going to slice these open. We ended up going with the This is just a mild Italian sausage. Sometimes you can find, I love the sweet Italian sausage from Home Meats. Also, sometimes it's a good fennel sausage. Spicy Italian sausage is great. I can't handle it. So the same bowl that I did the everything with the olive oil in, I'm just going to take this, I'm just going to kind of little tiny pieces, and that's all you got to do. So once we have all this into small pieces, we're going to end up putting it in a pan, and we're going to cook this, brown it a bit, but that'll be in just a moment. Thanks everybody. See you soon. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to brown the sausage.
No more toothpaste, but you can brush a little more with water.
Over about medium heat, I'm going to take the sausage that I've removed from the casing into small little bits, and I'm going to actually put that in the pan. You might want to add some oil depending on the fattiness of your sausage or not. So we're going to put that in here. And then we're going to make sure it doesn't stick together. And we'll come back to you when it's nice and browned. You don't need to do this. You probably want to start this about 5 minutes before you're starting your pasta to boil. I'm doing it a little early for production purposes. Welcome back everybody to Pandemic Pasta. Thank you for joining us. So our sausage has been browning. Looks really nice. And our pasta water is boiling. Pasta's about ready to go in. And we're going to check right now on our cauliflower and our onions. Oh, Courtney Arnold, those look amazing. This is our friend Courtney, and it's her birthday. We're actually making this pasta dish for her tonight. We're excited to have her join us, and she's going to be finishing up the dish.
Yes, I'm learning today.
Thanks, Courtney. Right now, we're going to take our pakeri, and we're going to put that into our boiling water. Now, you might be using another type of pasta. I do suggest an organic pasta that's dried rather than a fresh pasta. I feel like you can get it more al dente. So follow the instructions on a packet. I always suggest to cook it for about a minute less than it says. Check it, make sure it's not too overcooked. We'll be back with you in a minute. So my assistant Courtney asked me an important question. She said, have you salted the water yet? And I said, no, the water's been unsalted. So how much salt do you add to the water? And I would say probably a good tablespoon and a half. Now we're doing about 1.5 of these today. There's 4 of us eating, and we're quite hungry. So we're gonna put that in the boiling water.
It's a good amount of salt.
It is. It kind of makes the boiling happen a little faster. We're gonna dump in some pasta. Do about half that, Courtney, please.
Only half of this?
Yeah, about half. That's good. And we're gonna let that boil. On the package, I think it says 10 to 12 minutes. Go a little short on that, and we'll see you back in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody, to Pandemic Pasta. We have Courtney here grating some Romano right now. She just got done with the Parmesan. It's finally grated. We've got the pasta boiling. We have the cauliflower fresh out of the oven. It looks amazing. I'm going to actually put this in with the sausage. And we're going to bring this up to a little simmer. And then we're going to deglaze the pan with about a quarter of a cup of white wine, something of your choice.
Would you like a Sauvignon Blanc?
I'd love a Sauvignon Blanc, please. Thank you, Courtney.
That's the right amount.
That's about perfect. So we're going to turn this up just a little bit. And then we're going to check our pasta in a moment. Courtney, do you have any other questions?
When you're deglazing the pan, okay, so let me see. Do you try to scrape up the brown bits?
We are going to scrape up the brown bits. We're going to make sure to get all that flavor because we're gonna actually take the pasta when it's done, and we're going to pour it in here along with the pasta water and a little bit of cheese. I'm actually gonna take a little garlic right now, some fresh garlic, and put it in the pan. You never want to overcook your garlic. It tastes like rubbish. My
So
friend Steve told me that.
do you turn the temperature down when you put the garlic in?
You just put it about medium. You just don't want to overcook it. We're just wanting to cook it so it's not too sharp, but we don't want to make it bitter by burning it. So we'll let that cook a little bit. And we're going to check our pasta. It seems like it's probably fairly al dente, but we'll take a piece out. And I can just tell from the color that it's a little too translucent still, that it's not going to be done. So we're going to leave that for another few minutes.
Michael,
Amber?
one more question.
Yes.
When you do strain the pasta, how much pasta water would you recommend adding to the pan?
What I normally do is just take a coffee mug and just dip it in and take about 8 ounces of water, about a cup.
So a good sized coffee mug?
Yeah.
Like a 4-finger coffee mug?
Like a good coffee mug, like if you really want a nice buzz in the morning.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Now, my wife, Amber here, is making a salad, and she's going to present her salad for the evening. We're
Okay.
pretty excited about
I need a
this.
spoon.
I'm going to grab you a spoon. You don't have to come around.
Can I get you a spoon, Amber?
Get your garbage out of my shot. So this is a dressing that I made that's olive oil and shallots and little lemon zest, orange zest, thyme, salt, pepper. I added a little lemon juice because I didn't have quite as much lemon zest as I would have liked. And it's pretty thick, you'll see.
You didn't blend it up at all?
No,
Just
I
chopped
didn't.
everything?
I just chopped everything.
It
So,
smells delicious.
thank you.
Oh, it does. That's nice.
Yeah, I actually added a little drizzle of white wine vinegar, which I wouldn't think of as a drizzling thing, but it was. It was just a drizzle for a little extra bite because I didn't think it was quite acidic enough. So we have some arugula here. We're just gonna do this. I think Mike's gonna grab some forks and toss salad. He's really good at tossing salad.
Trying trouble finding my salad tossing tools.
You always got to keep those handy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think you left them. Does that? Those will
Well, this will work.
In
It's
a
a little
pinch.
bigger than I'm used to using.
Yeah, well, I've had that same problem, and I've adapted and just made it work for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that looks nice. I
I
toasted those pine
I
nuts
think it
earlier.
actually needs a little more. I don't think you did
Oh.
really, because we want to get the dressing throughout, not just kind of like,
May I ask a question, Mrs. Curley?
anytime. And actually, call me Amber.
Amber, with arugula, do you think it's okay to dress the salad early, or would you say right before serving?
I think anytime within like 45 minutes of serving and you're fine.
That's a big window.
Yeah, I think it is. I like a big window.
Because some lettuces I feel like get a little soggy, like spinach.
I feel like arugula can hang out for a good,
It's a hearty,
half hour, 40 minutes and be okay.
good to know.
So then we're gonna add a little pine nuts that Michael toasted. I love a pine nut, and unfortunately, so do our children because they're an expensive habit. Then we also have some croutons that Mike made. We had some beautiful sourdough from Pizza Plata.
Sourdough, olive oil, salt, a little rosemary,
That's my child.
and crushed red pepper in a saute pan, and then finish them off in the oven about 200 degrees so they completely dry out.
And then I think we'll toss the salad again. Mike, you're good at this. Could you come toss the salad again?
Oh, of course. Yes.
Thank you.
And then it might be time to check that pasta again, would you say?
I would say it is about time to check that pasta. Make sure it's nice and al dente.
How do you know it's al dente?
Well, you just want
Some
you want
firmness?
a little firmness to it, a little bite to it. You don't want it to be floppy.
I don't like a floppy noodle.
No, nobody does. Court, would you like to help with this?
Of course. Is it firm?
Well, I think it is. It's going to be hot too. Be careful.
I'm ready to hot noodle. Okay, so do you taste it typically?
Yeah, just bite into it. Gently.
Mm.
What do you think?
Definitely al dente. Is it going to
Does
cook
it need a little
more?
more? It'll cook a little more, but not much.
What do you think?
I think it needs a moment longer. Throw that in there. It'll cook. Yeah, it's fine. No
Germs.
viruses in this house.
Germs cook off in the boiling water?
Yeah.
Dr.
We're going to leave it about another minute. Yeah, they do. Yeah, all the germs will go away. Now, if you're in a restaurant environment, you wouldn't want to do that. You know, somebody gets a pasta dish, it has
You
a
don't
bite
want-
mark in it.
Ooh, bad review.
They're probably not going to like that.
Yeah.
But
Yelp would not treat you kindly.
no, it wouldn't. I'm going to order a bottle of wine for dinner.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah.
What would you suggest serving with this dish?
Well, maybe a nice Chianti or just a light Italian wine. I think that would be nice. I mean, you know, you've got
Nothing
the
too
sausage,
heavy.
you got a little grease. Want something with some acidity that's going to hold up to the sausage and the cheese that's in this. But we're going to open up something right now. We're going to be back to you just a moment as we finish up the dish and we serve. Thank you, everybody. Welcome back to Pandemic Pasta. So, Courtney, I think our pasta's about done. We just tasted it. It's very al dente, very nice. I'm going to take my coffee mug and I'm going to get about a cup of water here.
So only filling a 4-finger mug about halfway, would you say?
Yeah, I would say you got a good 8-9 ounces of water in there.
Okay.
Then I'm going to take some hot pads that I have right here. And I'm going to take this, turn everything off. And I'm going to drain my pasta into the sink, into a colander.
Do you ever rinse pasta, Michael?
I don't rinse my pasta.
What would happen if you were to rinse the pasta?
Well, I guess if you're cooking something like an angel hair or something, it would really pause the cooking.
Ah, okay,
But-
so kind of like a chilling effect. But would it lose a lot of the flavor also?
Well, I'm actually using this pasta water to make some of my sauce, so therefore
Right.
I don't want to drain this and lose that. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to pour it right over my onions and my sausage, and
You just let me know when you're ready with the cheese.
yeah, we're going to add, let's go ahead and start adding a little cheese right now.
Would you like me to do that by hand?
By hand, yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. My pan's a little small for this, so it's going to take a little bit of time. You take your time. This is going to be hot for a while. We don't need to worry about it. I have it on low. You can even turn it off.
How about that extra pasta water in the
We're
wait?
going to add some in just a minute. We're going to let all this kind of meld together first. Isn't that looking good, everybody?
It smells amazing.
Yeah, you can smell the garlic, got the sausage, the cauliflower.
Now, is this something your children would eat, do you think?
Well, my children would eat it because I would tell them they would have to.
You do that.
Or they could go to dinner or go to bed hungry. That's what I would say. So this is
Is that why
something
we had to take a break? You had to tell
yeah, we had to tell our hungry children to go to bed. So yeah, go ahead and add a little bit more, and we're going to add a little pasta water at this time.
Just once it's kind of melded together, then you add some pasta water?
Yeah, we're going to be adding some more in a minute. But I'd go ahead and add almost all that. Just let it go.
Just go for it.
Be
Wow.
free.
Okay.
Yeah. That's good.
You let me know if you need any more, okay?
I will. So we're going to stir all this up. I wish I had a little bigger pot, but we're up north. We're in the not quite the Yukon, but close to it. And we have limited supplies, so we're just doing what we can to get all this mixed
Well,
together.
there's a pandemic.
Well, there is a pandemic, and when a pandemic's happening, it's nice to have friends and family. And I definitely have a friend here. Courtney and I have known each other for what?
Oh gosh. 20 years?
About
maybe?
20 years?
Yeah, I'd say about 20,
Yeah,
Closing in
not,
on
not
20
family,
years.
but we're definitely friends. We feel like family.
Yes.
And our families are like family.
It's true.
So we're together and we're quarantining together. And I would like to actually take a moment. I'm going to let you stir. I'd like to introduce the birthday boy here, Steve,
yes.
who's also our videographer. So I would like you to get in there and say hello to your beautiful wife.
birthday dish we
Yeah,
are making.
it is.
Buddy,
Yeah.
welcome to Pandemic Pasta.
He married me.
Oh man, it looks good. It smells so
He
good.
married into this family.
So I actually introduced Steve and Courtney. Yeah, it's a
Michael
beautiful thing.
Curley, the chef, we owe him, you know.
A debt of gratitude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the debt of gratitude goes both ways because we have you guys in our lives.
That's sweet, Michael.
So, yeah.
That's sweet.
So I'm gonna back out again, and we're gonna finish up this dish. I'm gonna pass back off to our videographer Steve. Birthday boy Steve.
Yes, if there was any confusion by my look earlier with the birthday, my birthday was a few days ago. This pasta dish is for my husband, the videographer. I'll let Michael finish up.
This looks really nice. I'm actually gonna add just a little more pasta water. And then we're gonna plate here in a moment. Do a little cheese after you plate individually. We're gonna have our salads. So we'll give you guys a nice cheers as we're starting our meal. But Steve, get in here close and show them the way this is supposed to look.
Can I hold up? What do you want me to do?
Oh, that's looking good. I'd like to thank everybody for their help in this dish. And I hope everybody enjoys Pandemic Pasta. Thank you. Once again, everybody, thank you for all your likes, your hits. And I'd like to cheers everybody and thank Courtney, Steve, and Amber for making this a wonderful evening. Cheers to Pandemic Pasta.
Pandemic pasta. Who's gonna take the first bite?
Oh, I think Amber is. Here, hon. Give it a try. Is it good? I can't wait. Join us next time for another issue of Curly Cooking at Home.
That is so good.